Hello, everybody. I just wanted to uh, put a note out about the discussions. I incorporated a few videos throughout showing how to do various functions in Excel, how to create a histogram, how to do some of the functions. I decided I wanted to integrate that into the discussion besides just putting text out there, so that you can see how to calculate it in Excel for your specific data. So don't interpret that in any way. It's just providing kind of an additional learning tool for you. There's nothing wrong with doing it by hand, but I definitely would recommend using technology to check your answers. It is so easy to make mistakes. It's kind of a letting you know about the history of when I took statistics. First time I took it was back in the dark ages. It was probably about 32 years ago, something like that. Hardest course I ever took in my entire life. Um, didn't do well on the tests. I was getting C's and D's. That may sound bad since I'm teaching it now. But when you're doing these by hand and you're having columns of data, oftentimes just adding, multiplying, subtracting. It's very basic math. If you give me columns of data, I will mess up on one of those basic math operations. I understood the theory behind it and the formula. I mean, that wasn't a real challenging part. But I'll go to multiply 2 times 3, and I'll put 5 down. Um, and that one raw number then will give you a raw answer at the end. And my professor was not very forgiving. If you had the wrong answer, you just missed the problem completely. So when I had all these simple, basic math mistakes, there was no technology back then to find these values. Um, just had a very basic scientific calculator that basically added, subtracted, multiplied, and divided. So again, use the technology. If nothing else, check your work by hand. Because that's what you do in real life anyway. Nobody wants to have you do it completely by hand in real life and not actually check it. They might ask you why you even doing it by hand. Why aren't you using technology? I'll try to integrate that throughout the rest of the discussions. If you see that appear, watch the video and watch other people's videos too. This is all a learning experience for us. So it's not saying you're doing it wrong or anything. It's for us to learn the correct way to do it. Interpret it in that light. And I just wanted to wish everybody a great weekend, and I hope you have a great Easter.